I know it's been a while since I recorded, but here we go. This is current progress. This is what I'm calling the chicken barn. So, come inside. This 8x16 area is going to be for seed starting, greenhouse, well, hydroponics, stuff like that. This area, this 8x8 area is going to be the roosting is going to go in this area. Nesting is going to go up here. This other area here is going to be used for brooding, hatching, and I think I'm going to put bunnies along this wall here. But we shall see. This will be a door separated into 2 rooms. A window is going to go right here. This area over here is going to get cut out, and that's going to be a hatch to be able to clean out the roosting stand. A window is going to go right here, and then another window is going to go right here. And then under the overhang, I'll end up putting the aquaponics system probably somewhere along in here. Trailer's going to sit here. All my tools and stuff are going to be over in this area. But that is the chicken barn. Out here, we've got from this point back to here is all different types of potatoes: red potatoes, yellow potatoes, russet potatoes. This right here, I believe, is zucchini squash. We have rosemary, I believe, is what these are. Kind of lost track of what I planted where. This is all tomatoes. Yeah, all of the 5 of those right there, as well as those 5 there. Those 2, that's a weed. Need to get rid of that. And then those next 2 are tomatoes. This one is either squash or potato or pumpkin. I believe it's squash. Don't quote me on that. I'll find out when it grows. These are all sunflowers along here. And this last 8x8 area is all corn. Sweet corn, to be specific. This first row was all green beans, but we had the last frost. They all died off, so now it's all cucumbers. Can't remember what I want to say. This is green beans along in here. Don't quote me on that. We have these 6 are romaine. These next 6 are spinach, but this one died off, so I got to transplant another one. And then this was all supposed to be green leaf, but a red leaf got in there somehow. Not entirely sure how. The mobile coop is going to be the roosters that we end up getting. I'll talk about those here soon. They're going to all be moved out here and then slaughtered at about 12 weeks. Just a bunch of composts, whatnot, cardboard, wood, and dead rats. Probably shouldn't put them in there, but anytime I catch rats in the greenhouse, I drown them and then toss them in there. These are some flowers. I can't remember what they were. In here, these are all the jalapenos and serrano peppers. These 2 are spinach. They'll probably get transplanted out back. Spinach, kale, sorry. Can't tell what that is. Kale, more, I think those are bell peppers, green onions in the back there. And then I believe that's bell pepper as well. And then these are a bunch of different trees. Well, if they grow, they grow. Great. If not, no worries. There's a clog. I'm gonna have to deal with that. Sorry, I got distracted. Over here we got tomatoes along in here. More peppers, a lot more peppers. Pretty much all of that's all peppers. Combination between jalapenos and serranos and bell peppers. This whole bucket or barrel is going to be for asparagus. Got onions in there. I believe that's basil in there, but I think it all died off. This pretty much cleared out, but I just cleaned out chicken water in it, so it's a little murky. Butter leaf lettuce from the store, we used it, and then I replant it and it grows. Green leaf. In fact, all of this is all green leaf. All of that's from seed. This is from the store, obviously. Kale, I believe this is yellow squash. Tomato. This is pretty much dying off, but that's a squash. These are all squash. This is basil, tomato, more kale. My wife loves kale. These are my reservoirs for chicken water. Basically what it does is it pumps out from that side. There's 2 pumps. One goes up to here, feeds across, comes down, comes back, goes down, and that's what you see there. Second one goes up, gets fed into this tube up here, which comes along here, out into here, pours into this one. I swap back and forth between the two by adding in this attachment. That lets me keep the individual barrels, at least the water cycled. I'll do that every couple days. Anyways, that pumps into here and drains down out of the underneath, out of the back, comes around, comes up. The chickens drink out of this trough, and then that returns back into there. Helps aerate the water. Hi, Basil. That's your soil for starter seeds. Chicken food in the greenhouse. Got a bunch more stuff. Peppers, cilantro, tomatoes. Those look like they're dying off. More sunflowers. Lots of kale. I got some cilantro in the backpack there. And this one is squash, jalapenos, cilantro. I believe this is cucumber. And then I tend to catch a whole bunch of mice back there. It seems to be really good. They like to crawl along the wall. So by putting this yellow coat lid there, it forces them to crawl along. You can see they crawl along, they crawl into the cage, get caught, and then when I find them, I go drown them. Romaine, green leaf, cilantro, I believe this is kale, might be chard. This is from the store, butter crunch. This is a big old giant head of romaine, green leaf, spinach. Spinach does not do that well in here. Romaine does really well, green leaf does pretty well. But we'll see. All right, somewhere down here. Is he down there? Ow. Really, Basil? Oh, there he is. That's Red. He's a butthead. We just let him free roam. All right, in here, we got a couple of eggs back there. So anybody gets eggs from us, this is more likely where they come from. She's probably sitting on there's 5 back there. I'm gonna say she's probably sitting on 4 to 6. My daughter needs to come out and get him. All right, and this is why I'm building a new chicken barn. Is that was full of sand. Ow, that was my head. That was supposed to be their dust bath, but they got rid of all the dust. This is a feed tray or bucket that essentially fill it full of feed, and they eat it out of the sides. This was the first prototype when we only had 12 chickens in here. This worked perfect, but now they go through that in a day. There's the trough. And then over here is all our new babies. Got 12 new ones. They stay inside for about 2 weeks, and then we bring them out here, put them in there for another 3 to 4 weeks, and then they move out. These little guys are the last ones to just get evicted out of here. They just went out, I think it was Friday. These guys were born around the beginning of February. Little guys were born towards the beginning of March, and then these guys were born about 2 weeks ago. There's Red. Basil loves to chase them. Doesn't hurt him, but over here we have all alfalfa along with here. It's all alfalfa. There's BBC for big black, well, yeah, chicken. Yeah, we'll call it chicken. There's BBC. Whenever we breed, we'll put 2 hens in with him and then breed. This is a pear tree. No pears yet, but potential. We'll see. This hasn't produced yet, but it was only planted last year. This is a plum tree. It's got a couple of plums on it, so looking forward to that. I thought I saw another. Yep, there's another one right there. I thought there was another one over here somewhere. I'm not gonna go digging through it, but that's plum tree. Blackberries. I'm gonna attempt to grow blackberries out of here and then transplant it so I can get more. This is just a nest of different garden flowers, whatnot. It's intended for just to look nice and make some extra food for the chickens. I have everything from green beans, jalapenos, cilantro, lettuce. This is just flowers, more cilantro, because cilantro grows great. More cilantro, green leaf, green beans. I believe that's green beans as well, cilantro. This whole patch, this is where the grow beds used to be. It is now all alfalfa. All right, moving on. This little dead thing right here, that was the one of 2 first trees I planted, has died off twice. But as you can see, let's see if I can get the clear shot. It is coming back again. That is a grapefruit. If I can somehow keep it alive, we'll do great. I believe this is a Gala apple tree. I don't remember exactly what type of apple, but it is coming back. It seems to be doing just fine. This was supposed to be all strawberries, but it turns out that is blackberries. That is blackberries. Not sure how blackberries got in there, but sure. Strawberries, if it ever sends out runners, my plan is to propagate this with nothing but black strawberries. Well, we'll see. Got a lot of extra space, so I planted a couple green beans over there. This is a nectarine tree. It died off for unknown reason. Came back. It has struggled during the cold, but seems to be doing just fine now. Over here is our citrus tree, specifically a citrus lemon orange hybrid. Died off in the freeze, but as you can see right there, we got green. So it's coming back. So I'll work better next year to protect it. We shall see. It's an apple tree. I don't know if this guy is going to survive. Unlike his brother over there we'll look at next. He is yellow, so I'm not sure what's going on with him. This is all asparagus. The plan is to let it keep growing until it takes over that whole grow bed, and then I can start harvesting asparagus. Thinking by next year that should be a plentiful amount. Next 3 trees are peach trees, all 3 of which are producing. The last one produced the most, but as you can see, this guy's got a couple on it. Yeah, he's got several on him. Next peach tree has got more than him. They're a little smaller, but nonetheless, as you can see, they are growing. This is a smorgasbord. So this is artichoke, 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 artichoke. I threw a bunch of bell pepper seeds in there just to kind of see what would happen. No idea where these leeks came from, but I got 4 giant leeks that I don't know. We don't really cook leek or eat them, but all of these little green things are all bell peppers. So hopefully we'll get some bell peppers. Here's the sister plant, brother plant, whatever you want to call the apple tree that is the pair to that deadish one over there. This guy's a new one. I believe this guy is a pear tree. Pretty sure it's pear tree. It's coming in green, but I don't expect much out of him this year, just for the simple fact that he's new. Got a peach tree flowering, but no Oh, nope, we do have leaves now. A couple leaves right there. But yeah, fresh, pink, pretty flowers. I will say peach trees are pretty amazing. Pear tree or plum tree. It already flowered. I don't see any plums on it unless I've overlooked them, but I don't see any. I just don't think they got pollinated. It blossomed pretty early, towards the end of February. Apple tree, new plant this year, so I don't expect much out of it, but we'll see. This is this guy has died off twice now and come back both times, but you can see we got fresh green and red right there. This is a pomegranate, so hopefully we'll get some pomegranates here in about 5 years. This is all cilantro, as you can tell, and there's a lot. I'm letting this grow to coriander seeds. I'll pull a whole bunch of them out and then replant them, and then whatever is left we'll grind up and make coriander with. This is my plentiful peach tree, which has got tons of peaches on it, so we'll have some peaches. All right, moving down to the pond. All right, this is our magnolia tree. Oh, look, 2 bugs. Mosquito hawks or hawk flies or whatever you want to call them. Mosquito eaters. That is a magnolia tree. I like magnolias. I think they're pretty. They got awesome white flowers. This is all a combination of bulbs, flowers, alfalfa, and cacti, which I've acquired a couple pads, and it looks like some of them are sprouting. But the intent behind this backdrop is to help hold more water in the pond. This is just pretty much to run that little tiny pump over there to aerate the water. I've got a couple of goldfish in here, as well as a bunch of mosquito fish. So I don't foresee a whole lot of mosquitoes coming out of it, and I see the fish are normally pretty active. You can't see them, but there's a whole school of them right about here. Up. That was a beetle that just came to the surface. This is all going to be flowers and cacti. Slowly but surely, it's coming together. The beehive is going to go right here. We're picking it up not this weekend, but the next weekend. So I got to go build the mount, but the mount will sit in these 4 corners and then hold the platform about 2 feet off the ground. And I'll bolt I'll bolt a platform onto it, and then I'll strap the beehive to the platform. My one random tree, no idea what kind it is. But over here, I'm planning on growing a bunch of blackberries. So this was what I had last year, but my dog decided to, as she's over there peeing, decided to eat it. Not sure why. There was also some blackberries over here. I'm assuming they'll come back. But that's the plan, is to grow blackberries here. And then I've thrown a bunch of alfalfa in there to hopefully build some nitrogen up in it. But yeah, that's the homestead. Only other stuff is, I'm not going to go show it because it's pretty far and not a lot to show. But along here, I've got 2 rose bushes for my daughter, as well as against the swing set. And then over here by the eagle, I've got 3 grape vines on this side of each, or on beside each post, for the first 3 this side of the stone post and the first 3 that way. But I think 3 are still alive, the other ones are dead. And then I don't know if you can see it, but yep, there you go. There's my eagle. For anybody who's interested, you can go on Google Earth and go check it out. But yeah, that's the homestead project. That's where we're sitting at. So anybody who asks what I've been working on, that has been literally killing me, but it's been a lesson learned, that's for sure. Well, I guess thanks for watching. I know I don't have any subscribers, so whoever watches this. Maybe eventually I'll edit them. All right, later.